I want to talk to you about boosters because you and I are children of the 50s, yay us. But if you were born in 1963 and you got a certain vaccine, I understand that used dead viruses, or the dead virus, not the live virus. So should you get a booster if you're born from what, 1963 to what?
1968. So
Okay.
if you got a vaccine that was made in 1968, you're good. Even if you got a single dose, you're good. But if you got a vaccine between 63 and 67, so right up to 68, you're right. One of those vaccines was a whole killed viral vaccine, which didn't work very well, and so consider yourself unvaccinated.
There's another group that may need a booster as well. Can you tell us who those people are?
So the good news about the measles vaccine, first of all, if you were naturally infected, like you and me, we're protected for the rest of our lives. Even if you got a single dose starting in 1968, you're probably protected for the rest of your life. And the reason is this is a so-called long incubation period disease, meaning that from the time when you're exposed to the time that you develop symptoms is 10 days, 14 days, sometimes as long as 21 days. So you don't need antibodies in your circulation. You don't need that. All you need is memory cells, memory immune cells. And memory immune cells are for the most part, lifelong. So you're really protected for the rest of your life. So the people who may need a vaccine or another dose would be people who received the kind of chemotherapy that would have wiped out their immune system. So they needed to reconstitute their immune system. That's the kind of person who would need it. But for the most part, if you got even one dose after 1968 and you're otherwise healthy, you're good.
Oh, so you don't need a booster at
It's
all.
really not. So we talk about boosters when we talk about things like COVID, but I think that second dose, the second dose of measles containing vaccine was introduced in 1989. And the reason is there were these massive outbreaks. There were 50,000 hospitalizations. There were 160 deaths between 1989 and 1991. So people gave a second dose. But if you look at the epidemiology of that situation, the reason those people were getting sick and getting hospitalized and dying was they'd never been vaccinated. So really the second dose recommendation, for the most part, was a second chance to get a first dose. And that's why it was done at 4 to 6 years of age, because you had school entry as a catchment.
Got it.